What is up, my Pika crew? This is ThePikaWu, and welcome to another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. But before we start, I just want to let you guys know that I do apologize for my channel, and that my channel's been really inconsistent for the past year. But now I'm dedicating time specifically for this channel now, and I do promise my content to be more consistent and better than ever. But before we start, I really don't know how many people are still watching my videos, so if you're still part of the Pika crew, please, it really means a lot to like this video to see how many loyal subscribers there still are, how many people are still watching my videos. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this battle. It's a really exciting match. It's going to be an underused tier match against a player called RUBrownXP. He's a really awesome guy, he's a great battler, and he posts a lot of Pokemon related material on his channel. And he's even guest narrated on my channel before, so that's a testament to his quality of his videos. He's really undersubbed because he started a new channel, so be sure to stop by, check out his channel. If you enjoy his content, be sure to subscribe to him. Well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this battle. So yeah, enjoy. So I'm going to lead off with the Donphan because it is a really great lead with solid defenses, and it can set up Stealth Rocks first turn, while my opponent's going to lead off with the Hydreigon. And I was actually anticipating my opponent to lead off with either Hydreigon or the Darmanitan, but this Hydreigon is definitely the scarier of the two because it can beat my Donphan one-on-one. So my plan here is really just to stay in. It's my best move. Just go for the Stealth Rocks and then switch accordingly. I do want to scout what kind of set this Hydreigon is, and the fact that he did not have any Life Orb Recoil does reveal that he's most likely a Choice set and most likely Choice Scarfed after looking at that damage from the Dark Pulse. So the best thing I can do is bring in my Raikou to take the Dark Pulse and then scare him out with the Aura Sphere. I did have a couple of options. I could have brought in my Roserade too, but I didn't know if he was going to predict that and bring in the Darmanitan, so I thought Raikou was just a safer play in general. I do go for the Aura Sphere. I know it's a safe move, but the main reason why is because if he stays in, it deals super effective damage, and if he's going to switch out, he's going to bring in the Swampert. And Aura Sphere is the hardest hitting move against Swampert regardless. Now, I do choose to go for a second Aura Sphere, and it may seem like a really odd move, but the main reason why was because I was anticipating him to bring in the Darmanitan. And Darmanitan I thought would be his best switch-in to deal with my very predictable switch-in, which is my Roserade. And that would apply a lot of pressure on my team, and he's already put a lot of pressure on my team. So that would just continue his momentum. It would be a really great play. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. He stayed in and just set up rocks. So I am hopefully gonna take either a Earthquake or a Roar, and I'm gonna bring in my Donphan. Maybe I can get a chance to spin the rocks away, but doesn't seem like it's gonna happen because he just takes me out with a Scald, and that's really unfortunate that my Donphan goes down really early in the match because it took a really heavy hit against the Hydreigon, and now it just got taken out by the Swampert. But this does give me a clean switch in into my Roserade, and I can put any Pokemon to sleep. I was actually expecting him to just leave his Swampert there as sleep fodder, but he actually brings in the Umbreon to take the sleep powder, which is really great because Umbreon is a very obnoxious Pokemon. It's a really great wall, and it could status a lot of my Pokemon, so it's really nice to cripple this Umbreon. I'm going to go ahead and just set up one layer of spikes because I wasn't sure if he wanted to burn a turn of sleep or if he wanted to switch out immediately. But he actually does choose to switch out, and he does switch into a very big threat, which is the Darmanitan. So I am actually very scared, and that does force me to switch out, and this gives him a lot of momentum because he can either go for the U-turn or for the Flare Blitz. And I really don't want to bring in my Chandelier to take either of those two moves because if I do bring it in, I lose 25% from Stealth Rocks, and if he does choose to U-turn, he can bring in a counter and force me out, so that's basically 50% on my Chandelier, with my Chandelier doing absolutely nothing. So that's why I actually bring in my Raikou instead. The main reason why I'm being relatively reckless with this Raikou is because it's not really that important to my team. Looking at it at my opponent's team, it really doesn't deal any super effective moves against any of my opponent's Pokemon. It might be useful against his Hydreigon, but his Hydreigon can't outspeed me, so I thought the Pokemon to fodder off would be Raikou. So my Raikou goes down. Really early lead for my opponent. It's 6-4. Really unfortunate, but I do have plans, and I still have a really good plan to take down my opponent's team regardless. So I am going to bring in my Jirachi against his Hydreigon. I was hoping to bait him into going for the Dark Pulse. I can live the hit and then cripple him with a Thunder Wave. That would have been really important because Hydreigon is definitely the biggest threat against my team. But he goes for the smart move. He brings in his Swampert to be immune of the hit, and he can scare me out with the potential Earthquake, which I still don't know if he carries or not. So I'm going to go ahead and protect the Scout what move he's going to go for. He actually chooses to go for the Scald, so I'm not really too sure if he has Earthquake, but my assumption is he doesn't. So I'm going to go ahead and just Iron Head once more, once just to deal some damage, hopefully get a flinch or something, just to see how much damage it does. He does go for the Roar, and luckily for me, he actually does bring in my Honchkrow, and with that extra Iron Head damage, I should be able to take him out because I am a Adamant Honchkrow with Life Orb. Brave Bird is a really powerful move with base 120 power, and although this Swampert is a defensive set, there's no way he's going to be living that hit. So yeah, that Swampert is going to get taken right out. And even better, I have the Moxie ability, and I get +1 attack. So things are looking pretty good with this Honchkrow. But unfortunately, he does still have that Hydreigon looming around, and he can outspeed me and basically take me out. So the problem here is I either have to bring in a Pokemon to fodder, because he can just go for the Draco Meteor and take anything out, or I can just deal some damage with my Sucker Punch. Although it is resisted, I am +1 in Life Orb. It's still going to do a decent amount of damage and cripple this Hydreigon so I can take it out with another Pokemon later on. So I do decide to go for the latter strategy, just to go for the Sucker Punch. And then I'm going to bring in my Roserade, and this is a really odd play. But the main reason why I go for this instead of bringing in my Chandelier, which is, you know, probably what most people would do, is because I want to bait him into going for the Fire Blast. I know I can live the hit, and I can just take him out with a Sludge Bomb, but unfortunately for me, he does not go for the bait, and he actually does decide to sack his Darmanitan, which is a pretty solid play because he does know and he's very aware that his Hydreigon is the key to winning. And yeah, unfortunately, I do not take down his Hydreigon, but I do get to take down his Darmanitan, so I guess it was a win-win there. So I have, I think, 3 Pokemon left. He brings in the Alakazam, and I was actually anticipating him to go for the Shadow Ball, anticipating my Jirachi to come in. So the main reason why I stayed in was because I overpredicted. It would have been nice, though, if I got some extra damage with Sludge Bomb before he took me out, but he took me out clean, and that is going to be really unfortunate because I believe I have 2 Pokemon left, my Jirachi and my Choice Scarf Chandelier. So this is going to be a toughie. But to be honest, Jirachi is the only Pokemon I need alive to be able to win this match. And the main reason why is because I do have the Wish and Protect combination, and I do have Thunder Wave and Iron Head. So what I can do is I can paralyze Pokemon like this Alakazam, and then continuously go for Wish and Protect until he gets fully paralyzed and until I'm back at full, and then I can just take him out with Iron Heads. And that's basically the plan here. I'm going for a lot of Wishes and a lot of Protects. I will eventually be able to take down this Alakazam, and if I am at full health, then the Hydreigon and the Heracross won't be able to take me out in one hit, and I can continuously go for this strategy, go for the Thunder Wave, and just go for the Paraflinches and keep recovering health. So that is my plan, basically, and it's a really good plan, and I should be able to, you know, defeat the rest of his team with this Jirachi, and if not, I do have my Choice Scarf Chandelier, which can, you know, hit really hard with Choice Scarf Fire Blast. So as long as I take down the Hydreigon, then I'm basically set because I have the Choice Scarf Chandelier in the back of my team. So right here is actually the problem. He goes for the Encore, and he completely surprises me because that destroys my strategy, and I basically am locked into the Wish. So I can't actually go for the Iron Head until the Encore fades. And at this point, he can just go into a Pokemon to revenge kill me, and he does choose to bring in this Heracross, which is a really big problem. So he foils my plan, and that was a really great play. Did not expect the Alakazam to have the Encore, so really interesting set, and because of that, now he is able to basically, you know, go ahead and take down my Jirachi eventually. And then he still has his Choice Scarf Hydreigon, who can take out both my Jirachi and my Chandelier. So, unfortunately, that is going to be the match. I am going to be able to take down this Heracross, before he is going to take me out with the Hydreigon. So it is going to be a 3-0. Very, very close match, actually, though. If he didn't have the Encore, the game would have been definitely different. But really great strategy on my opponent's part, and it's a really solid game, so I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the battle, feel free to leave a like, a comment, and a favorite. And stay tuned for the comment question of the day. This is ThePikaWu. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and signing out, guys. Peace.